Hi, my name is Jamie Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be showing you the website that I created on data mining. Data mining is not something that a lot of people know about. It's a not too much of a common term or a common thing used, especially in our younger day and age. But this website is going to give you the basic understanding of what data mining is, how it is used, the purpose, the impacts, the relationship to technology, relationship to data, and I'm going to show you the references that I've created. Here on my homepage, you can see it shows the current date, the title. We created an animated image to show data mining. We used Pixlr to do the background of the page, and here's the abstract. It tells you briefly what the website's going to be about. The first page we're going to visit is the purpose page. Here we have a banner that was once again created through Pixlr. The style of the web page is done through CSS, cPanel. We made a style sheet. I made a style sheet and used that to dictate the colors of the background. And the setup of the page, we used cPanel and the HTML editor. So here we have the purpose of the innovation, which is data mining. A brief analysis of what it is and how it's used. So data mining is a way for companies or said users to take a large chunk of data and break it down into a smaller piece of data or data of the same size but more refined, so they can use it in different purposes and different ways that they can use that kind of data, such as maximizing profit and things like that. This is a very interesting video that I found on data mining. It gives you a very brief understanding of what data mining is, and it's really good. I recommend you watch it. Next, we're going to go on the impacts of data mining, and we're going to discuss on how data mining is used, what it's used for, the benefits or the harmful effects, and how it has benefited the economy more as it's used in a lot of businesses. This is a video that I created on WeVideo. It's an interview on one of my colleagues from God Level Clothing, which is a clothing line that I run, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey Jimmy.
How are
What's
you?
up?
Good. I just got a question. How do you feel about the impact of data mining?
Oh, data mining? In my opinion, data mining is essential to society these days.
You can see the God Level hat he has on.
Well, I think it benefits society as a whole because it makes it a lot easier for us to analyze and pick out statistics.
All right, Eric. What are we looking at here?
You see, what we got right here is the sales list for the God Level hats, as seen here. We can tell by this list that the red, the black, and the pink hats all sold out really well, while the green and the blue did not do as well. So we know for the next order that we should be producing more of the pink, the black, and the red hats.
Data mining at its finest.
That was the video on a great example on how data mining works using a company's data. Not a large company, but still, it's a company that uses the data that it collected to figure out how to maximize profits. A really great benefit for the data mining is that usually data is collected in a large amount and data is collected through multiple means. Data mining is a way to put all that data together and get what you really need from it. In a way, this whole assignment was data mining, as we were selected to do we were told to do a survey on our topic, and I will show you that in the coming pages on where we use data mining there. Data mining has had a great impact on the economy as companies, big businesses, small businesses use it to maximize their business or minimize costs as well, expand to different areas. One field that other than computer science that data mining has impacted would be manufacturing. So not just computer data, whereas someone would figure out what programs are selling more or what programs need this. It goes into the manufacturing part, whereas companies can decide whether things they're making are not selling as well, or things are costing too much to make. All that has a big play of data mining. Data mining has a really, really big impact on business. Here's a graph that was collected through data mining. It's about mining, but it performs data mining. As you can see, the share of financial years and the investment that was created, output, investment, and employment on what they spent. It's a really good image that I found online about graph-based data mining, and it gives you a quick touch up on how people use graphs to perform data mining. And this image really intrigued me. It's a big jumble of words, and if you just looked at it quickly, you would say, "What is this?" But if you take the time to look at it, you can see that each one of these words connects to data mining. You can see data mining here, clustering, framework, graph mining, graph analyzing, data, machine learning, social networks. They all have a big tie, big data. They all kind of revolve around data mining, such as social media, which is a word here, uses data mining to figure out what ads they're going to put on or what ads relate to certain people based on their location. So they're going to take the location of where you are and they're going to piece together the ads from your location there. It's a great example of data mining. Next, we're going to go to the next page. This is the technology. Describe how a user interacts with this innovation. Multiple ways. So data mining is mostly used with a spreadsheet software where the user inputs the data that they need, and they use the different algorithms or programming that the program uses, the software uses, to organize and refine the data. Scroll down here on the page, and again, well, at least one of the big ideas that data mining uses is the algorithms and the programming, because the algorithms is what in turn organizes the data or transforms it into what you need it to be. Say a movie comes out and the owner of the movie wants to see in what regions the movie played most in. They would take all the plays and organize it, and they can say which movie theaters charge how much to get in and watch the movie. But they can add that layer upon it and say, okay, this movie sold more people watched the movie in Washington, but we gained more money from the movie in Rhode Island because Rhode Island charged more than Washington. So the company can use that in the sorts of ways and find out which places they're going to advertise more their next movie. On the next page, excuse me, we're going to look on the data and how the innovation consumes the data, produces data, and transforms the data. Like I said, it uses the spreadsheet software. Some people do it by hand, depends on how large your company is, or depending on what you're looking for, or whatever use you're using it for. You can use different ways. Mostly, it's used through a spreadsheet. One concern though with data mining is the storage, because after a while it becomes a lot of data, and depending on the size of the project, you may not have enough storage to use it or to store all your data, and that can be a concern. Another concern is data security, because if you're use Microsoft Excel, Excel reserves the rights to get into whatever you use. So, excuse me. So, depending on what you're doing, other companies could have access to your data, especially if you're using a cloud. Things can be hacked into, which is relates to another topic, which is cybersecurity. We're going to go to the next page here. And here, we're going to take a look at the references that I used. Wikipedia, it's a good source, but it's not really credible. Northwestern University, it's a great article that was written on data mining. My favorite reference that I used is this one here. It's on The Atlantic. It's an article written by Alexander Furness. It's a great article. It takes a really good insight into data mining and what you should know, what you shouldn't know. Throughout the web pages, you can see incorporated different images. This has a lot to do with the data concern, cybersecurity. It's a really nice image I found on data mining. Magnifying glass on a piece of paper, signifying we're looking into the deeper picture and we're trying to take the data that we have and make it better for the uses we need. The impacts page goes over the impacts. Here's the video that we created, Eric and myself. We did a little interview on data mining and gave you a great example of it. Gave you a nice purpose and an insight on what data mining is. And back home we are. I really encourage you to check out my website. You can learn a lot about data mining. That's all for today.